And welcome back, everyone, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. This is the War of Northern Aggression campaign, where the Confederate States are playing on the defensive. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about the over-week hiatus, but I do appreciate everyone coming back. Hey, Ashley, how's it going? Well, I hope you are doing well. F.A. Hopefully we didn't lose too many of the regulars, but it is what it is. We'll push forward and moving on. Let's recap the strategic situation and go from there. We did just have a major battle on the last stream, the battle in central Kentucky at around Lexington, and with a major victory there, large battle. National morale for the Union at a 57 to our 98. National support 97. Union national support still pretty strong. Men fielded. So, I don't know if forget which commenter. I don't know if it's Marine Willis that commented or someone else confirmed the bug about the Mexican intervention destroying our manpower, because we are having manpower issues. Hey, TS, welcome back. Yeah, it was good. I definitely, I don't know if it's the channel per se that has, was giving me some stress. There are other factors in my life I'm not going to get into here on stream that I needed to make sure that I focused my attention on, and I felt, you know what, I just can't be doing the stream and gaming and stuff like that while I had more urgent matters to attend to. Regardless, I do appreciate people coming back. As I recall, we have wounded in action Ultima ratio. Okay, good heads up there. Was checking some of the units, so we'll have to double check that. Let's see. Weapons industry 11.1. But yeah, so we are researching. Let's go back to the manpower really quickly. Yeah, so there is a confirmed bug with the Mexico intervention policy enacted. Wipes out your volunteer pool. Now, how the bug will affect the game moving forward, we've had the Mexican intervention policy enacted for a little while here. We don't seem to be gaining any new volunteers, though. We still have the regulars policy that we can enact. That would give us a boost to men. Bounties is being researched right now. So hopefully we actually gain volunteers from that. We'll probably have to move on to conscription eventually if manpower becomes a serious issue. I appreciate the support, everyone. And so that's the manpower situation currently. So 0 volunteers to draw from. I think there's a few hundred or something out in the territories that we can draw manpower from. We said Ultima ratio, wounded in action. Let's see if we can't sort it out here. A Magruder is wounded. Ultima ratio. They might have replaced. Oh, Huge is wounded. Oh, he's got a lot of experience. Yeah, it is going to give a little bit more of a challenge with the manpower bug. That is for sure. We are definitely have to scrape the bottom of the barrel. Well, there's nothing to scrape, so I guess that we can't scrape even the bottom of the barrel. But we're going to have to pull. We've already started pulling in recruits from the garrisons. Guess we can go with James Canty as the replacement commander. Do we have any artillery officers? No, the game doesn't even want to auto-generate a artillery commander. Guns were up on the line and the Yanks pushed across the river. Yes. He drew it. He drew his pistol, but was shot. I think we'll just go with Canty as the replacement general for now. He brings some political clout to the state of Alabama. We did have, over the week, I did notice a couple new commenters catching up on the... I'm surprised how well the live streams are actually gained views, which is pretty cool. And our commenter, it was HMU Thuda, which I'll be curious if he joins the stream or not, but looks like he was pretty interested in the game. He requested a brigade, a Texas brigade, Texas Frontier Brigade. Unfortunately, the Texas brigades are hard to come by because they're all in not France, but they're all in Mexico, fighting alongside the French Expeditionary Force. And we're waiting for the French Expeditionary Force to arrive. But we did find a Texas brigade under the Army of Texas that is capturing the Indian Territory fort. So Texas Frontier Brigade with the red coats and black trousers per request. Colonel John Gregg from Texas is the commander there. After this fort siege in the Indian Territory. Hey, what's up, Randall? Welcome back. So new named brigade out in Texas. We'll probably transfer that unit eventually out east. Maybe see a little more action. We did name Burke's Bushwhackers a artillery section, Burke's half section, and that's in the Army of Kentucky. So, strategic situation. Really quickly again, national morale on the Union side 57 to our 98 after the major battle and major victory at Lexington. So a large battle in the north central Kentucky. You can see the Union Army about to retreat. We will have to resupply though. Some of our corps are low on supply. Hood and Hill. Price is okay, but yeah, they're going to need to get some supplies into their camps. So we are restricting ourselves from invading the north as of right now. We'll see if we can't gain a major victory without invading the north. Although we could probably transfer maybe forces to Missouri and try to secure that state. Yeah, maybe one thing at a time. Let's secure Kentucky, because once we get Lexington, I think we'll need to get... We have Covington. So that Stan Wadey drew off these two corps from the Lexington front. That could have been the difference in that battle. But we need to get Stan Wadey's cavalry reserve across the river Hopefully he can get to Louisville and across in safety. If anything, we might have to draw a price over there. He's got a perk. Let's do flying column. I'm trying to think. Maybe the Evansville area? Yeah. But Evansville is in Indiana. But we have all the major cities in Kentucky, so I would think they're going to flip soon. We are constructing fortifications along the Ohio. McCulloch is fortifying southwest Missouri. We actually have a fort there, but we have no men to garrison our fort, so we'll set up batteries and hope for the best in that situation. If anything, once we knock out this fort in Indian Territory, we'll probably send the troops under Wolford in the Texas Army. We'll probably spread them out. We'll probably send them to Missouri and Kentucky, respectively, to reinforce. Hey, Bramborough, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I've seen I've seen some of your comments. I appreciate your feedback. I think you even caught my mistake in the depot tutorial video, if I recall correctly. I do appreciate pointing that out and making me a better and more thorough, how should I say, more thorough researcher. That's the word I'm looking for. And all right, so Kentucky, and then out in the east, I think there's a siege battle going on. So Fort Humphreys, we have McClellan there with 16,000 troops. So we were holding, Ewell holds the Alexandria line. As we keep throwing, as Jackson just kind of skedaddles back and forth between the Valley and the Potomac front. So we have Jackson coming back to try to dislodge McClellan. My concern about engaging McClellan would be almost fine with losing the fort as long as. So we engage McClellan. It looks like he has some reinforcements, maybe 39,000 more. So only McClellan's small force of 17,000 is engaged with the fort. There's another 39,000 in Washington, D.C. So I think we'll just let the fort kind of do its job and hold that army in place. Union retook Covington. It's still under Confederate, but it might be about to fall. We have Wheeler's detachment. His supply situation might be worsening. But let's consolidate our forces. We might have to divide this army of central Kentucky up. We'll have a force to guard the northern part of near Covington. Another force. If Stan Wadey draws these Union forces down towards Louisville, we might need a couple corps to hit those Union corps near Louisville. No, we'll probably keep them at Maysville for now. Still have the large or decent sized force, 25,000 men in West Kentucky under Beauregard. Yeah, we're headed into wintertime too, so I don't know if I want to start a major campaign in Missouri. It might be about to fall though, the Covington. I believe the sacrificial lambs got jumped, and I think they're retreating. Yeah. So the Union did not like the sacrificial lambs wreaking havoc in upstate New York. So they're retreating back to Pennsylvania. Apparently we lost contact with the Army of Canada, which was our lifeblood. For the sacrificial lambs, at least. Army of the Valleys with 8,000 men. This is mostly cavalry, though. They're guarding the West Virginia mountain passes. That's actually the Army headquarters. I think on the last one we took out most of our garrisons. We do have 1,800 men here at Fort Monroe, which I think we're going to leave. Breckinridge had a corps of about 8 to 10,000 men. I don't know. I think he might have joined the battle at Lexington. Let's see. We have Longstreet, Price, Hood, Hill. Where is Breckinridge? Yeah, the 20th Corps. Oh, they're at Chattanooga. We might send Breckinridge east. So we have ample force in Kentucky. All right, let's see what happens at the aftermath here. So rearguard action. Victory at Elmira. First Corps in retreat. So that must be the Army of Canada. Battle of Elmira has ended with British Expeditionary Corps retreating from the battlefield in good order. My command has earned us a glorious tactical victory, whipping the enemy before withdrawing to fight another day. Let's see, minimal casualties it looks. Yeah, where was Rosanna Dana asked about the British fleet. Oh, they're just sitting there in the Chesapeake Bay with a bunch of guns, though. Yeah, 378 guns. They're blockading the Potomac, though, but they're not doing anything against the blockaded southern ports. Our Port Royal squadron might be ready to do a little raiding themselves, although they need some coal. We might be having a tough time getting that coal. We'll wait until we'll try to get some more fuel to the Port Royal squadron before we send them out on mission. I think most of them were being built, and we had them, the Confederate Naval Force, we had them joining Port Royal Squadron. Yeah, so we were waiting for, some of those ships are still, most of them are at like 100%. So they're almost ready. I'm waiting for some coal to enter the supply situation. But we only have the rest of these other ships. We were building a river ironclad only at 30. So that should be ready by hopefully spring of 63. So the CSS Baltic being built. So we have a couple. This will be kind of our small river fleet to protect our scouting fleet along the river. So yeah, Port Royal Squadron not quite ready. Almost there though. So hopefully maybe part of the winter campaigning will involve the Port Royal Squadron. It looks like they could take on this Portland Squadron, blockading the southern coast of Georgia. We are upgrading some depots here in Northern Virginia, just double checking some of that. I was thinking about upgrading Alexandria Depot, but oh, it's not. It's the USS Crusader, not the CSS. Any names for the Crusader? Yeah, that we actually captured that ship in an earlier raid. Where do you change? You know what? I haven't renamed a ship. This says Port Royal Squadron. Oh, they're on the bottom, maybe. There. Can we rename? Or there we go. Ooh, that'd be nice. I think it listed 109 guns, but yeah, they might not be. They might not have good armament or armor. Any names for the Crusader? The CSS Scallywag. The Scallywag. There we go. The CSS not your ship anymore. Alright, let's organize. We will up. Oh, we got that depot in Lexington. That's good. We'll upgrade that. We are drawing supplies, but there's a lot of men here to feed. Let's put Hill at Lexington. Condition is good. Hood is in good condition. He has 29,000 men. Why don't we'll get onto the railroad tracks. We'll use him to secure Covington and defend that city if we need to. CSS Dixie. We can name something else the Dixie. I like the name the Baltic for whatever reason. It has a nice ring to it. The CSS Baltic. How about the Fulton? We'll name the Fulton the CSS Dixie. Alright, there we go. let's send, we'll send Price to Louisville. Stan Wadey is not, he has no orders. So let's get him across back to Louisville. And try to double time him. Yeah, there's 90,000 men under Johnston's command. So once we solidify or consolidate our gains in near Lexington, we'll probably start. We might divide up Johnston a little bit into other departments. Would like to give McCulloch a few more men to get Missouri. Kentucky still hasn't flipped. If I know Evansville is in Indiana, but that region controls part of Kentucky. So if we have to take Evansville to flip Kentucky, we'll do that. Even though that kind of goes against the rules of the campaign. Yeah, we pulled Grant away from the Lexington front. Actually, 2 corps, it looks like. That's in another Army of Pennsylvania, which is a headquarters. First Corps, 22,000 men that chased Wadey out. I believe that was Grant. Hey, H-Mew, how's it going? Yeah, we got the, oh, don't worry about being late, man. Yeah, I got you a Texas Frontier Brigade. Because of the Mexican intervention bug, there is a very small number of Texas brigades right now. But we did name your Texas Frontier Brigade. I'll show you really quickly here. Army of Texas. I don't like when it does that. All right, Army of Texas under Colonel John Gregg from Texas. With the red coats and black trousers. We'll transfer them out east here after they're done. They are sieging down a Indian Territory fort at the moment. All right, why don't we move on? So October 30th, we enter, so Halloween, and now we enter into, no, they didn't really celebrate Halloween, I don't think, too much the way we know it. Heading into November, though, of 1862. So the winter is coming upon us. Disaster at Alexandria. So McClellan takes the Potomac fort. I just, yeah. H-Mu. I hope you don't mind that. I'm just going to go with that. H-Mu through the... If you want me to call you Bob or something, that's fine too. Our casualties total -6 men, according to this report. You know, that would be great if our casualties in our battles find more men for us. So anyone else just joining the stream, this is the War of Northern Aggression. We are limiting ourselves to a defensive campaign only, and one of our challenges, our new challenges now, is there's a bug when you take Mexican intervention policy. We lose all our volunteers. Now we are recruiting Bounties 1 or researching Bounties 1 for still has another 18 days to go. Hopefully that will help our call you Jeff. Well, welcome to the stream, Jeff. Welcome. I appreciate your involvement and naming a brigade for us. So hopefully Bounties 1 will give us some more volunteers. I'll probably do regulars too, and that'll give us a small number of Probably give us like 8,000 men, I would think, and regularly trained division of men. Good morning, Howard Clegg. Welcome back to the stream. Oh, they're sending a corps down the Potomac. Ooh, right into the British intervention. Or they might be trying to take these forts at Aquia Landing. 17,000 men. Jackson's coming back to Alexandria. They took the fort, though. Oh, that's McClellan. So McClellan destroyed the fort. The garrison remains intact, about 2,000 men. I should put them in part of the army. Hey, what's going on, Torn Sage? Don't like the siege stuff. Wish there was more battles. Strong cavalry reinforcements in the Army of the West would be helpful in the next... Okay. We'll keep that in mind. Good morning, I'm Malcolm. I think there's... It depends. I see what you're saying, Torn Sage, about the forts. But what I really like about the forts is if you can use them to your advantage. Why is the Rapidan Bridge under Union control? Is there a Union army behind our lines that we don't know about? Can you you can, I think, you, let me find my words here as I stumble across them. I use the forts to pin down the enemy troops. If you use the forts to pin, and then, so like, Ewell is in defensive stance here. The only drawback is that if the AI were to engage you, so even though Ewell didn't engage McClellan sieging the fort on the Potomac, if we did move, we could move Ewell in to engage the enemy sieging a fort, and that would be a prolonged siege battle, unless the AI decides to assault you. But what you can do is, what I like about it, it gives us time to get Jackson over. Even if the fort falls, it buys some more time for Jackson to come over and reinforce us. So, and then you always have the option in a siege battle, most of the time, depending on your stance, to assault the enemy force. Yes. Yeah, I could probably put Stuart's Corps on scout. Oh, you guys usually keep your armies on scout all the time? Is there any? What's the drawback on scout? Is there any? Order the unit to perform scouting to improve intelligence gathering on the enemy and the readiness of the unit. Cavalry is employed to perform scouting and patrolling, and only cavalry organized as corps will fight in field battles. Maybe that's one thing I've noticed is when I have the cavalry out on scout, they seem to be very far away as far as reinforcements go. Oh, you required. Oh, the Vermont Redheads. Okay, you're the same commenter on the Vermont Red. Okay, in the Union campaign. Gotcha. All right, going into the winter here. We'll have to keep an eye on McClellan. We'll probably just send Jackson. towards Fredericksburg. So we'll keep Ewell in place. Yeah, that's okay. That's what I've noticed about the scouting. I think I've kept our men off scouting a lot in this campaign. Yep, McClellan went for the forts at Aquia Landing. So, with the forts at Alexandria being repaired, that just leaves Ewell there to block anyone in their way. Stuart already in winter quarters. What I really like about this game is more about if the developers keep pushing forward with this game and are successful enough to keep making games. I think you have a good foundation for future wars, future grand strategy campaigns, whether it's Napoleonics, World War One, maybe not necessarily World War II, but definitely musket, black powder musket type game. Yeah, I haven't heard a lot from the developers lately. I think after the 105, I think they're busy working on 106, although I haven't seen a lot of communication about it. They did put a lot of patches out though right away, so I think they're just diligently working, trying to fix the bugs. Yeah, this game would definitely be the one-on-one play. Multiplayer would definitely be a boon to this game. Alright, so the Humphreys garrison is retreating back to Fort Potomac number 1. See, the Army of the Valleys. We don't have that fort anymore at Beverly. Do have a fort at Stanton. Okay, we're probably going to have to try to pursue. They're retaking Covington. Are they still in routing? Yeah, they're still routing. Alright, 28,000 men. So we could try to... I know we're low on supply, but we're still in good condition. I think we need to send Hood. Hood and Hill to Covington. So Hood and Hill, even though they're low on provisions, if we secure Covington, though, we should draw some supplies from the river. Oh, Stan Wadey got back across the river, so that's good. No sign of Grant's army anymore. I wonder if he's falling back to Cincinnati. So Army of Michigan. Let's see how many troops are still here. First Corps, 26,000. There's two. Let's see. No, that looks like one corps. We should probably move Johnston into a position. Move his headquarters, Longstreet. Let's move Longstreet up to, in case we have, another battle is engaged here near Covington. Do feel like the morale, I think there's clear indication of what should fix morale. I feel like there's something buggy with the morale system. Because it even tells you, here, that's not a good example. Ledbetter's not a good example. Let's take a look at Hood's Corps, 67% morale. Sheffield's brigade is unhappy with Colonel Sheffield, but if I change Colonel Sheffield with someone more famous and better leadership, it doesn't always improve the situation. So I feel like that's more buggy than it's trying to tell me what I need to do. All right, Malcolm, you'll be able to do that with Victoria 3 when that comes out. See if play a what if the CSA 1. The only problem with that is there'll be a bunch of other what ifs going on in the world at the same time. All right, so Hood and Sheffield. So Sheffield's brigade is unhappy with Sheffield. They say he's not famous enough and doesn't have high enough leadership. Yeah, because they're a veteran unit. I mean, there's really... John Jones might be. I bet you they won't even be happy with John Jones. So we replace Sheffield with John Jones. Let's see if that helps their morale. Well, it did fix it. So Sheffield's brigade is happy, but you just need a bunch of stud commanders. Like Sheffield's not going to get any better on the sidelines. Could put him under a artillery battalion. Are you guys seeing a lot of impact in the battles though with your more veteran brigades that might be unhappy? For me, I haven't, but maybe I'm just overlooking that for some reason. I'm not saying it's not true. All right. Was that who is recovered from wounded? General Parsons. Yeah, there's a guy named State Rights Gist, and that's his real name too. All right, slow movement in wintertime, but we definitely want to keep Covington if we want to flip Kentucky. Let's look at front lines. I have a feeling we need to take Evansville. That's what I was thinking, Ashley. To me, it's more about they're not performing at their peak level with with unhappy oh, they don't like Deschler now. I replaced with Deschler. More of an irritation. Yeah. Like, do you feel like your units are squabbling little children? I gave you the best commander available. What is wrong? Oh, they're sending 2 units here. Oh no, that's Army headquarters. 17,000 men. So actually, let's pull him off scout. And then maybe he can reinforce Jackson, because Jackson's gonna... We might engage McClellan here at Aquia Landing. Oh, I don't know if there's a time limit in the game. That's a good question. There might be. I want to say I read somewhere there might be a time limit. The garrison's really losing provisions. Forage. They don't have enough forage. Did our squadron gain the coal they need to move out? Not yet. The feuds, I feel, are more of a detriment to the AI than the human player. I think the human player can overcome the feuding. I think the feuding mechanic is kind of cool. Just like in the if you watch the Union campaign that I've got going on, feuds are on, and the Confederates are in the wilderness near the Orange Plank Road, and they're dug in really in an awesome position. Then Hood's division just comes out of the position and gets destroyed. Like, I was on the offensive. The Union Army was on the had to take the offensive to win the battle. Confederates were dug in, great position. Hood just says, "Nah, I can't just sit here and wait." I mean, it feels very historical in the sense, but because that's something you would think Hood might do. But it caught me off guard, to be honest. I was surprised that Hood leapt out after me from across the creek and just went straight into the wilderness where I had lined up Sherman's corps, and he just runs straight into Sherman and gets pounded. And at the same time, I have a left hook coming from Hooker, and he just gets decimated. All right, so it looks like the Union has regained their composure. Army of Michigan, that's the headquarters. But Hood and Hill still struggling after the battle to move out from Lexington as they're trying to regain their resources. I think this campaign with the Navy, from a lot of help of the viewers, I'm starting to gain a more of appreciation for the naval campaign. Again, the goal in this campaign with our Confederate Navy is to do hit and run tactics. So we're going to take this small fleet, although my initial goal was to have a fleet that was fast. I've decided to go a little bit heavier and just try to hit rating, hit some rating on some of these Union squadrons. So I don't like the fact that Isaac Brown only has 7% of his coal capacity. So we'll continue to wait. Hopefully he can find some more coal to get through the blockade. Oh yeah, we do have the Pocahontas. CSS. You can call it the CSS Pocahontas. Now I don't know how to spell Pocahontas. That's not how you spell it. CSS, we'll just name it the CSS Charleston. The Jeff Davis. CSS Jeff Davis. Well, I thought the one battle we had in this camp, the one Navy battle we had, so even the one we won, which was a surprise, and then the other one we lost, but we also did damage to some of their ships. So I think it did open up the blockade a little bit, even though, because I think the blockade was even more severe than it already is, even though we are losing the trade war. I think it was actually a lot worse, but that could be a factor of the British intervention force. All right, let's watch some more of the Virginia campaign. All right, so they're about to break the forts. Actually, we're going to have Jackson engage. So we'll order Jackson to engage. Let's try to bring Stuart's cavalry in support. Well, I appreciate you joining the stream, Torn Sage. Come on, the British fleet needs to move up the Potomac. Alright, so November 3rd now. There's 3 fort battles going on. The Texas Corps is struggling, though, against the Fort Towson garrison. Do I have a fort? I think I have a fort in Richmond. Fort Alexandria, that is the Alright, so Hood and Hill are moving forward. Actually, let's move Longstreet up too. Alright, so looks like Jackson is engaged. So we should be able to assault this. Daniel Tyler. I thought that... Did they remove McClellan? Could have swore that was McClellan's corps. Alright, Stuart's cavalry will be in support too. Alright, let's fight this one. Another thing you can do with siege battles is, if you're not... Once you engage in a siege battle and you think you have the upper hand, you can wear down the enemy force too. So long as your force doesn't get worn down too. You gotta be careful of that. But you can see in the siege battle screen, you can look at the routed Union or routed enemy troops with the little broken heart icon. I already start with the minor victory. Our scouts report the enemy is near Virginia and our army is to prepare for battle. We are facing First Corps under command of, okay, it is McClellan with a strength of 17,000 men and 15 guns. For some reason, McClellan doesn't like to bring a lot of guns in this campaign. I've seen the army in Kentucky had a lot of artillery. The enemy army is green, and the morale is reported as confident. So we've got a very inexperienced army under McClellan. We are eager. Our condition is good. Provisions a little bit. It's still okay. First Corps. Fighting spirit is pretty good. Training 45. So Scott's division. Training of 72. That's the Muskegee Guard, the Mainzer, the Mainz Brigade, Rockbridge Artillery, Wilcox Brigade. So yeah, this is the very strong division there. Steele's division. Why is it the best division? Because of their fighting spirit and experience? Oh, they've got, oh, that's cavalry. Pickett's division. Pickett's division is pretty well trained. Let's look at the Union. Training of 18. They're all New York men. The New York Corps. I don't know if this is a product of the siege battle, but there's 16 victory points. We've gone from one extreme to the other. Has anyone noticed this many? Is this a part of a siege battle mechanic that I haven't seen before? I'm used to the field battles having just the one victory point now. Now there's 16. I feel that's crazy. I haven't seen 16 victory points. Well, Stuart's Corps is already there. That's good. We don't have to wait for Stuart's Corps. So I wonder if that made any difference taking them off scout. Not sure. I'm not saying it did. All right, let's see. They're all, it looks like they're all 5 points. They're all over the place. Yeah, morale is eager. 90, okay, fighting 97%. That's not bad. Ooh, Henry Davidson has cold steel. As a perk. I rarely see cavalry perks. Yeah, we can use Stuart to try to... First, we need to find where the enemy is. His deployment zone must be all around the near these objectives because they would not have them under his control. God, I wish we were down the Orange Plank Road. I mean, we... You know, he should not have sufficient a force to guard all those victory objectives. So we're gonna scout around Scott's Ford with Jackson, and then we'll send Stuart north of the Rappahannock. All right, let's detach Stuart. How many guns do I have? Oh, there we go. How many? I feel like Jackson doesn't have a large complement of artillery. We only have 55 guns. They're all in Kentucky. All right, I think we can press play here. It is midnight. Game time is midnight. That's interesting. Take care. Welcome to the stream, HMU or Jeff. HMU Thuda. You have a very good day. Actually, we're actually detached the divisions too. I don't think I remember seeing a battle start at midnight. Hey, Mikhailia. (49°), mostly clear. November 1st. Oh, we found some of the Union men. Yeah, you can see some of them are wavering already. Well, let's send McCulloch over on our left flank here. Let's pull Ransom back. Actually, we'll dismount and try to hold this line along the stream here. Let's order Walker to support. Then we have Pickett there too. So we could... I don't know what else. Would they have troops, you think, in Fredericksburg? I wonder if they're going to try to cross the river here at Beck's Island. Let's see if they pursue us. It looks like they are marching towards us. Let's detach Steele. And we'll have him cross at Scott's Ford and try to take these objectives. Apparently we're going to have a nighttime battle. I have a bad feeling that this might be bugged. See the Union, they're not doing much of anything. Although they're gaining victory points, so we need to get Steele to take some of these objectives. Actually, I'm gonna lead with Steele's division first. So I'll move in him first before I move Scott out. What do you think, Ashley? You think we might be bugged here? Scott's Fort is taken. So why don't we detach the brigades under Steele? And they can rush around trying to take the victory objectives. Yeah, I wonder if they'll go into the next day, or this will just go straight into morning then. Gives us time to take these objectives, though. That looks like their main force, too. They only had about 17,000 men. Now we could send Scott across the river. Yeah, I don't like what the AI is doing right now. I will move Pickett up. We have an unpredictable enemy. All right, we'll order Scott across Scott's Ford. Scott across Scott's Ford. Well, artillery can fire in the dark. So apparently we have visibility. It's McClellan. So nothing new here from McClellan. All right, taking the victory objectives. Alright, so we've engaged, though. We'll send forward some men from Pickett's division forward. Oh, Taylor's not in a good... Engaging the skirmishers there. Alright, we have our cavalry taking the other objective. Scott is across the river. Colquitt's battery pounding away at the Union line. Yeah, I feel like the AI is kind of having a hard time right now. We do enter morning, though. Let's order Pegram forward and Haskell forward. Take the other objectives. I guess we'll take Falmouth instead. Alright, so our war score is ticking up. Pegram with the Springfield rifle muskets, so Enfield rifles, Sharps rifles under Branch here. Although this is some rougher terrain. Long range. I guess we just move. Let's order Scott back across Beck's Island, and we'll just get right on the flank of McClellan. Yeah, when you control enough objectives, if we gain all the objectives, then it goes to a defensive battle, I believe. A defensive battle for us. So we've already knocked down 1,000 men. See, they're in. It looks like they're in column. Yeah, something's buggy here. Yeah, because the Union had the superior number of objectives. We were actually on the offensive, or had the attack. We were actually the attacker in the battle. But you're right. Now that we gained a couple more victory objectives, it's a meeting engagement now. Surprise, Robinson hasn't broken. He's lost 850 men. Are they crossed at the dam instead of the bridges? Well, very weird situation right when you think the AI is getting a lot better, which it has. It does something like this, which I suspect might just be some kind of glitchiness to the game right now. Yeah, I've lost 12 men to the 2,200. I know I play this game a lot, but... Yes. This doesn't help McClellan's defense of treason, does it? And we'll just keep up the firing. Let Maori's Maynard carbines see what they can do in action. 12 rounds a minute at 300 yards. McClellan would be talking about more men, which he actually doesn't have. He is outnumbered in this battle. I feel like we can mount. Oh no, that puts him in the rear. I want to capture this entire force if I can. Short range fire heard. Oh wait, what unit had the cold steel perk? Ah, should have brought him forward. Is that Ashby? No. But I should bring him forward. Mari going to try to earn himself a perk, although he's only about a quarter way there. Yeah, 6,000 casualties already. They haven't called the retreat either, which is bothering me. They should have already. I think we captured a commander there. Yeah. Don't execute McClellan. All right, so I'm hoping that the fact that they haven't called a retreat doesn't mean that this battle goes on in perpetuity. I wonder if I save and reload. Cold steel. Yeah, 15,000. We've taken their entire force almost. Yep, game looking a little crazy, a little cray. I don't know if we wait till nightfall or should maybe let's try saving it and reloading, see what happens. All right, just gonna reload here. See if that might fix the glitchiness. Enemy is retreating. Oh, that worked. All right, there we go. Major victory. Your army is victorious. Some tea and crumpets. What's the Austin Powers? Blitz in the bong. 38 to 15. Yeah, but that the AI was definitely something was wrong with the battle AI in that. Something ain't right. A smoke and a pancake. $9,500 captured. Morale is believed to be nervous. We've taken 12,000 rifles from them. Oh, didn't mean to check off the newspaper. National morale only fell 1 by 56. You lost almost 15,000 men in one battle. You lost the whole corps. I see. Oh, that's nice. As they move forward, they're regaining some supplies, so that's always a good thing when you're resupplying on the march. Yeah. Yes, Ashley. Yes. Yes. Slow winter movement, though. All right, nice job, Sandwady. Welcome back to Kentucky. All resupplied and ready to go. Maybe we can do some winter raiding into Indiana. How are they low on food? Is this depot not doing its job? Or is that just the way it goes in Missouri? Alright, I'm tempted to auto-resolve this fort battle. We might not work out, though. Glorious victory at Fort Towson. McCook surrenders. Yeah, it's like yep, you're right. Caught them in their camps. Nighttime raid. Oh crap, we're still. Bloodiest war in America. Casualties mounting. Both sides gain grand victories. Number of volunteers plummeting. The Civil War continues more terrible than ever, even with the superiority and potential. The Union has not been able to quell the Southern Rebellion as the war drags on. Exhaustion is setting in. If the war is not to end soon, the next critical milestone in sight is the Union presidential election of 1864. If the Union military is not victorious, it's possible that the anti-Lincoln forces will gain such momentum that the new president is elected, causing turmoil in Union policymaking and most likely facing the Union enter negotiation. Maybe that's what McClellan had to do, was get ready for the campaigning, presidential campaign. So we were able to take the fort. We'll probably start transferring those troops in Texas, though, to Missouri. Oh, they must have took Covington. That's why their national morale went up to 59. Yep. Oh. Hood is right upon them, though. What do we got? 23,000 men. 12,000. 18. So they still have about, they might have about 40, over 40,000 men. Yeah, we definitely need to get Longstreet up here, too. Maybe we can just do that over the winter. I don't know. But I feel like progress will be very slow during the winter months in Indian Territory. Now, Gustav Smith down to 847 men. Most of the other brigades look pretty good strength. There's your states' rights gist. States' rights gist. Alright, so I'm actually going to halt. So they're not bringing in any resources, though. They are provisioned. Condition is poor. Hood's training is only poor. But I am going to put them on defensive mode. So I want to try to buy time for Longstreet to join Hood and Hill. Maybe we need to bring. We got the forts here. Maybe we need to bring Price over. We can try. He can maybe take the river up. I would like to take Covington before the dead of winter. I mean, we're upgrading some depots. Trying to finish this depot. If we finish this depot here at Harrodsburg, and then I can move the engineer unit to help finish these depots in northern Kentucky. The Hood is drawing supplies from the Ohio River. Let's see. So Jackson defends Aquia Landing. There's still about 40,000 men in Washington. There's the first corps of the 45th Army that tried to... Casualties were higher than that. 4,800 men. I could have swore that's the same corps. How's the Army of Canada doing? Sacrificial lambs. Let's see if we can get them back to cross Harper's Ferry. All right, let's see what happens here at Covington. All right, Longstreet is in position now. Mager is retreating. Where is that? Oh, it must be in upstate New York. We have this Fort Humphreys garrison I think will transfer. Chattanooga, that was Breckinridge. He should be moving towards Virginia now. Alright, so this Humphreys garrison, let's attach him to someone in either Ewell's Corps or Jackson. I don't know if they've taken New York. I would hope national morale would be lower for the Union. All right, so we've added some more elements to the Army of Virginia. Let's send Stuart back to the Valley just to keep an eye on the Valley. Oh, we want to check research. Yeah, Bounties 1 is 13 days still. We'll probably do Bounties 1 and then we'll probably do Regulars Act. Yeah, no volunteers. So that bug really, it just, you don't even start getting more volunteers. Support's very good still. That sucks. Support's very high. We're not getting any volunteers. Army of Virginia. So we just transferred Donaldson. Let's upgrade the weapons there. Yeah, they've worn down a lot of boots. We're going to keep him at Aquia Landing for right now. While Taylor's brigade is elite. Crack unit. Old hand. They're probably unhappy with him. Brigade strengths look pretty good here. Maybe, oh, that's a battalion. Thanks, Torn Sage. Appreciate you joining the stream. Hall rifle. All right, so Army of Virginia looks good there. Where's Breck? We were talking about Breckinridge's corps. Oh yeah, he's moved up. 8,000 men there at Charlottesville. Chattanooga, that's John. I have that's an old training corps. That's all artillery right now. That is being trained, so there's nothing of significance there right now. Oh, there is a Union patrol right there at Cincinnati. All right, so they're looks like they're going to give up Covington. Well, we should probably be building depot, huh? Yeah, all those, yeah. All those volunteers are in Mexico. Oh, looks like they're going to cross the river. Wow. They retreat and then cross. First Corps, 23,000 men. 11th Corps. 5th Corps. Oh, Grant. Grant trying to fix his mistake. I want to make sure we have everything available to us. So I'm going to move up Hood, Hill, and Longstreet. And Price is on his way. So those, all the corps are engaged in the battle there, in the siege battle. We'll probably win the siege battle. No, we're not ticking up. See, are we losing any morale? Keats' brigade is engaged. Once we get Price to rejoin us, we will assault Grant. All right, Price. Ugh. Camps for night. Alright, so he's engaged. Alright, let's assault. I wonder if he's going to be able to pull in reinforcements from Cincinnati, though. That's why I was adamant about Price going to reinforce Covington. A battery of field artillery is worth 1,000 muskets. November 7th, 1862, the Battle of Covington, Kentucky. Our scouts report the enemy is near Kentucky and our army is to prepare for battle. We're facing First Corps with a strength of 22,000 men, so yes, clear advantage. We get to fight the defensive. We have 88 entrenchment points, too. Doesn't seem fair, does it? Oh, here's another 15 objective points again. What's going on? I've never seen that. We've gone from one objective. It's got to be something with the sieges. Grant's got a decently trained Union army. Better than we normally see. All right, let's see. Doesn't look like they're getting any reinforcements then. Now with this many objectives is we gotta try to hold them. Which this battle map is really good for the defensive. I mean, their only approach has got to be from the east and northeast. Gun count? I think they only have 15. The that's the Union's ace. The number of ships. Let's see. Strength report. Yeah, 10. He has 10 guns. Maybe 15. So I don't think... I'm not going to even try to deploy everyone. I mean, Hood's got... He outnumbers Grant on his own. Yeah, I don't see them getting across Spencer's Bay. Now that would be cool if they could simulate like individual warships, because that could give him the advantage. We'll bring up the Ultima ratio. Yeah, that would change the complexity of this battle. I mean, I still don't think you have a shot at winning it, but maybe I don't position my men so close to the river. And why don't we'll detach Derek's division of artillery. I mean, if this was a bigger battle, we have ample entrenchments too. Although I will say, there's this cover of forest. We'll probably have to move up Polignac into this forest area and clear that line of sight. I mean, Grant should just retreat. All right, I'm not even going to bother with the rest. I watch them like be in our rear. Oh shit, maybe they are in our rear. Ah, maybe I was wrong. Oh, they are. How do they come from? Wow, did I? Maybe that's Grant's advantage. So let's order Price over. Let's detach Forest. Yeah, unfortunately, Grant was actually coming from our rear. I didn't notice this Union held entry point. So they're coming down the road. I saw dust clouds a second ago. Yeah, they're over here somewhere. We're going to move Longstreet. We'll just order the entire corps over there. Yeah, I've been fighting too many battles in the wilderness lately in the Union campaign. It's driving me nuts. Do get a feel for that, though, how frustrating it must have been. I don't see their marching dust clouds anymore. So they must have, maybe they stopped. Maybe they're just going to stay right there and wait for us to come after them. Well, we'll just go up the road here. Yeah, the Spencer Bay. I call it the Spencer Bay map. I usually see it out in Missouri more, not in Kentucky. Oh yeah, we could do that. He's got to be right here. I think he stopped marching. Let's move Marshall forward more. They're probably defending this forest. This tree line right here. All right, Marshall's going to move forward. Forest. Waiting for orders, apparently. At the end of the day, troops... I'm surprised he didn't retreat. Oh, snap. I think I discovered a little bug there. I accidentally hit pause when it was fast forwarding overnight. All right. We're going to have to save this and reload it again and see if that will fix it. All right. Sorry, folks. I don't know. Maybe the I don't know why the save file would be corrupted. There's been no updates to the game that I'm aware of. Let's see if just reloading the battle will work. Okay, so 7 in the morning. That seemed to temporarily work. Although the Union's still on the edge of this battle map, which when they did that the last time didn't really work out too well for them. It looks like they're moving forward, though. So we'll halt Marshall. Move forward a little bit more. All right, Force has some eyes on the rest of the Union force at the Lee house. Looks like Grant might want to turn my left. We have Bonham, though, who will try to support the left there. Oh, Greer is able to find some line of sight fire on that first battery, some counter battery fire. Forrest will wait until for the rest of Longstreet. Oh, we got a lot of cavalry here. We'll detach the rest of this cavalry. And they will assist Forrest in hitting the Union left. Looks like the Union is parade marching. And it looks like they might want to attack more aggressively now. Our skirmishers do engage. Artillery supported on our left flank. We need to get some infantry protection. Might as well. We'll move Hill's entire corps, just in case. And Grant's on the move, though. He's going to try to... He sees an opportunity with the corps all separated. Maybe he can strike at Price, deal Price a blow. Lots of short-range artillery fire in the wooded terrain. Let's get some infantry support for our artillery, though. B Junior comes over. Luton has lost 52 men, though. Let's see, Cummings' division needs to get into battle formation so we can get him on the right of Marshall. Looks like Walton has turned his back for some reason. Looks like our artillery is taking heavy casualties. Let's pull him back. We're moving Cummings' division forward. All right, Mouton in a very good defensible position, well supported, behind cover. Although some of the looks like some of the skirmishers are routing, though. Let's pull them back. Greer losing men. Oh. We left our artillery too exposed. Mouton has fallen. Oh, he was killed in action too. Walton's brigade, now the center of attention. go to medium range fire. In close range fire, though, between the Union Brigade, 1st Brigade, and Walton's Brigade. Is forced cavalry ready to dismount and maybe engage the left flank. Why is Gladden turned around? Let's bring up some more artillery. It looked like he was still marching. He's ready now. Wow. Gladden has fallen. Walton is wounded. Apparently they have, apparently Grant has trained his men to sharpshoot at officer corps to cause disruption. Cummings trying to wheel Fry and McNair around. Plenty of reinforcements, though, on their way. Yeah, it's a very interesting tactic. Yeah, good job by Grant. The sharpshoot at the officers in the wooded terrain. He's fighting guerrilla style. Do we need to replace Mouton and Walton? We have Maney here. Although it looks like they're driving back some of those blue coats. Fry's not engaging that flank like I would like. Needs to be a little bit more aggressive. What's up, Rosanna Dana? I've come out of hiding. They are sending Grant back. Did they remount to move forward? Forrest wanted to charge. Maybe I should have had him charge. They got this fence over here, too. Pleasanton is withdrawn. Pleasanton's like, I don't want any part of this anymore. Alright, let's move up Maney. Medium fire on Elliott. So Maney's moving forward. Fry will move forward. Probably could move McClaws. Detach him. Move him to the flank. Get him ready to charge. Same thing with Taliaferro. Oh, Officer Corps took a beating, though. I can't even get forced to just shoot. He just wants to charge them. Enemy is retreating, so Grant's had enough. Time to get McClaws into assault column. We'll remount with Clayton. So Forrest wants to charge. We'll let him charge. Scored the major. Well, wiped out 1st Brigade. Devastating charge. Oh, Taliaferro, yeah. Another wiped out brigade. Stedman breaks. We're scoring more wipeouts this time than we did against McClellan. Oh, Elliott. All right, so it looks like Covington, though, will be able to fall back in our hands. Yeah, I think they've lost over 150,000 men so far. Yeah, McClaws is cavalry. Yeah. Yeah, that firefight in the woods really devastated the officer corps. Good officers, too. Experienced officers. I think some guys came back from sick leave, so. We captured 10,000 rifles and 7 guns. Still, Union national morale stays about 58. So it's actually increased since the start of the campaign. Or today's campaign. What's up, Thomas? Missed a couple battles at Covington in Kentucky, and kind of a balls bluff disaster at Aquia Landing, only McClellan style. But we are headed into the wintertime. Trying to mop up in Kentucky and regain control of Covington before the winter sets in, and then go into winter quarters mode. Once we can hopefully we can flip and secure Kentucky, and then we'll start shifting forces to Missouri and in the east and try to take Maryland and Missouri, respectively. Need to replace the injured officers. That was Price's corps. Mouton is killed in action, though. I mean, high fame and high leadership, so maybe we can do Lewis Herbert. Yeah, 38 men stubbing their toe while raiding the whiskey. I think it's Evansville. Or not necessarily Evansville, but the town near Evansville in Kentucky. But right now, Covington is in Union hands again. So we gotta retake Covington to flip Kentucky. How much? It's 409 in Cleveland, about the average. Which seems kind of good from what I've heard. Yeah, how much in Georgia? Current crediting rating is A, so that's good. Oh, 403. Yeah, at least it's stabilized for now. I remember one morning waking up and going, oh my gosh, it just went up like $1. A whole freaking dollar in one day. Yeah, when I say good, I mean the good that's not good. I think there's one more officer that is hurt. Maney survived. Oh, Gladden. Gladden was killed in action, too. The Swamp Dog commander. Is the government doing something? That's a good one. That's a good one. It's the government doing something. It's not their fault, so they don't need to do anything. That's what they keep saying. Because we'll go Armstead long here. Yes, it's Putin's fault, and there's nothing we can do about it. So, why ask silly questions? Yes, it is my fault because how dare I get upset about high gas prices? I don't understand how gas price works. Apparently to some of my friends and the media and the rich elites. I'm just a silly person that doesn't understand economics and supply and demand. We should probably Gustav Smith with 864 men. Let's see if we can't. I'd like to actually combine his brigade with someone else. We'll divide Coleman's men up. There's 80 disabled men. All right, then we replace all the injured commanders and killed in action. 2 killed in action. That hurts. All right, now let's not start blaming each other on whose fault is whose fault. Everyone is equally at fault. So Grant goes running away into Indiana. Hurlbut is withdrawing. He must be in New York. We gotta retake. Oh, look. British Expeditionary Force going back to Rochester. They were down into the Newark area. So we are securing Covington. It hasn't flipped yet. We have way too many men for our supply needs here, though. All right. How much is facing us at Cincinnati, though? 19,000. Could probably hold it with one brigade or one corps. Why don't we move? Let's send Price back to Lexington. Hey, Kentucky secedes. There you go. The new state in the Confederacy. Union heartlands threaten. What does that do? Well, that drops national morale down to 48. What was it? Ashley throwing down hammers, throwing down bombs. That's like Jeffrey Dahmer was an American. We don't talk about that. It's like the person you. Yes, we know. We're reminded every day. Nothing I can do about the pillow issue. It seems to be a thing that happens. The way this campaign is starting to go, I feel like there's some save game corruption going on. Get a my pillow. I think we let's take a look at our Portland or our Savannah squadron, Port Royal squadron. Still not getting any coal. I wonder if he needs to go to a different port. Yeah, I'm not seeing any coal anywhere. Yeah, that'll help the supply situation too in Kentucky. And the movement. All right, November 14th, 1862. Looks like the Eastern Theater heading into winter quarters for the most part. Fort Pillow. We might send Price to Missouri. Take care, Howard. Thanks for joining the stream. So why don't we're going to detach Price. We're going to send him to McCulloch in the west. Probably need to send him... Probably have to send him to Memphis. Well, the the French are just hanging out with the Texans in Mexico. They're at the all-inclusives in Cancun. Lots of desertion going on. Maybe we need to send someone else back to... Let's send Longstreet back to Lexington. Too many men here at Covington without enough depots. Yeah, so why don't we bring our Kentucky engineers? Unfortunately, we have no one to man our forts. We'll start building a fort here at Maysville, and then we're repairing the fort here at Covington. Rosanna, Lexington Depot 2 being upgraded right now. So, sun. We've got when the Union now burns down the depots, we got to rebuild them. Well, they're not doing what we want with the British aren't doing anything with their fleet. They're just sitting in the they're just enjoying tea and crumpets in the Chesapeake Bay. All right, Confederate recruits offered bounties. Desertion reported among bounty men. Morale of recruits questionable. Do field telegraph. We can't build any railroads unless now we can with Covington. Yeah, no railroads capable of being built. So with bounties, Yes, 170 volunteers. So, oh, that bug's pretty devastating. If we don't get more volunteers after passing new policy. We have a total of 4,000 volunteers, mostly from the territories. 1,600 from the Indian Territory. No bueno. We should probably bring these engineers to Covington. It's got to be the game bug. I've never noticed it that severe where maybe just because we just passed the policy. I'm gonna do regulars because that'll create men for us. At least the Union hasn't pulled away in manpower. Is this a Gensaki joke? You get Gensaki. It's impossible to research another policy. We're going to see what... We'll do Regulars Act and then maybe conscription and see if we get manpower with conscription. Slavery Restriction Act. I mean, we can research bounties too, but bounties 1 did nothing. We'll do regulars because I know that should give us some regularly trained troops. We have a depot at Alexandria. Well, Jackson built a depot at Aquia Landing. Sacrificial lambs made it back. Pretty good. And not in bad order either. It looks like we're able to rebuild the forts. Humphreys and Potomac. So looking at finances. The Union is hemorrhaging money. Oh, depot costs have actually stabilized. Well, at least our recruitment costs have gone way down, considering there's no one we can recruit. Trade warfare is actually improved. I don't build a lot of backline depots to begin with. Maybe one in Nashville, because we can always upgrade it. We can do out with this one, but I like to keep the other ones there. The only thing is we're not... I want to raid with our fleet here. I guess they're all sailing ships. Maybe that's why I don't need coal. But I thought the Jeff Davis was a sail and steam. I guess we really don't need coal. We could probably go... We could probably strike at this Portland squadron. 190 guns. We have 138, so if we do... raid... What if we stay on defensive stance? Defensive stance, the fleet will not initiate combat, but will hold beyond enemy range. It will not sail out of port to... Okay, so we would have to stay on offensive stance. The trade warfare is improving. All right, we're going to raid. Glorious victory at Fort Mifflin. Oh, so there must be a British army around there still. Right, no naval engagement yet. All right, there they go. Battle of Fernandina. Fort Mifflin. 148 guns. There are 125. They still have a little bit more firepower than us. Yeah, it looks like they're going to win. But that's fine. We're just trying to raid and disrupt the blockade. But we didn't, it doesn't even look like... I guess we have damaged some of them. Thought we could do a little bit more damage. Ugh. I sunk 2 ships. Alright, that was kind of ugly. Doesn't seem like I was able... I couldn't manually retreat. Unless I miss it. Unless I miss something. Yeah, that did nothing. Although Savannah Harbor blockade efficiency dropped to 29. I think it was higher than that. Well, that was... Why do you think the British went straight for Fort Mifflin? Mifflin. Let's transfer the sacrificial lambs back to Stuart's command. Oh, that was only 1 brigade anyways. So it looks like the Union has armies, though, in Indiana. Might do some raiding with Stan Wadey. Our depots at Covington are about to be finished, so that's good. Maybe Wheeler can go on a raid. Ooh, we can probably take Chillicothe. See if we can't get them out of their winter quarters. Wheeler crossing the Ohio. Alright, now we're going to set them to raid. And then we want to check for weapons upgrades. We can do that. Oh, looks like the Union crossed the river. Got some perks too. Let's see what's available. Bunch of Lawrence rifles. Richmond rifle. Let's see, we got field telegraph, flying column. Sappers and miners, siege train. Balloon corps, order delays. See, does that increase order delay by 25%? Intelligence gathering and movement speed by 5%. You can do land torpedoes. Alright, we can do an ambulance. Alright, so it looks like Yule got engaged with the enemy. Robert Patterson trying to cross Potomac now. So, rebuilding those forts stalled him down. Gives us time to call up Jackson again. And I guess we could call on Stuart too. So yeah, let's get Jackson engaged in the siege battle. And all right, there he goes. So that should give us the advantage now. Just do that every time we click. Some of these brigades are about to get perks. All right, looking at the time that we have right now, I do not want to get into a battle, so we'll probably end it right here, and then we'll pick it up and we'll fight this battle at Alexandria. We've got Wheeler about to go on a raid. We're going to try to burn down Chillicothe. We'll probably have Stan Wadey also go to Vincennes and burn down that depot there. We're going to transfer Price over to McCulloch. And I do welcome everyone back. I will schedule the stream. We probably will do it Thursday. I'll schedule it if I'm definite on that. Look out if you're interested in the Crusader Kings. I'm gonna do that stream too, so take a look. Just keep an eye out. Might not schedule too far in advance, just as considering if things change and I need to make some extra money. Playing video games is not the way to go, so I don't want to cancel streams either. So just be aware. I will try to schedule the streams based on a definite yes that I will do it. So thanks everyone. I appreciate your time. I will see you on the next one. Take care.